on back there. The judges have a lot to discuss, so if you could please leave the runway. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you.
The judges will be judging the contestants on the technical detail, attention to quality, and adherence to theme. Take it away. We'll start with you, David.
Okay, well, I guess let's go one by one. So I think we should start with Ryan.
Sure.
I got attitude with Ryan. Everything, none of these were quiet, which I kind of liked.
Right.
Each one stood out.
Right. That one top that wrapped around the neck, that was gorgeous.
That was
gorgeous how it wrapped
that
around
worked
the
for me too.
That's the only look I can compliment. I'm not even kidding. I love the voice. I think it's loud and bold, and that's it. I think that it was really sloppy. I think that dress,
the slit was too high on the
Yeah,
dress.
you know,
not even
It was
flattering.
a little bit more promiscuous.
But it
I don't
doesn't
know if
even
you would like
flatter the
that.
female
it was a really
form,
nice
like-
silhouette when it came out, and then as I saw it moving, it just looked like 2 sheets of paper were stapled to her, and she was
Yeah,
just
it
kind
was
of
bizarre.
hobbling down the runway. It wasn't flattering.
Okay, and let's move on to Michaela. What did you think about her collection?
I thought Michaela's collection, I didn't really see much of a cohesion or a story or a start or a finish, but each number was lovely.
Right, but that's kind of where it
Right.
ended. It was a little one note for me.
Yes.
over and
One
over
note.
and over
Can
and
you
over
elaborate
again.
on
It
that?
seemed like it was the same look over and over again.
Yeah.
I didn't really see a story
Skirt and the
go
top.
through the collection.
It's unfortunate because each look is so great. I really
Yeah,
do
the
love it.
skirts.
But
And
it's
as far
a
as the new
collection.
classics, I was a little confused. The theme. Do you think she stuck with the theme?
I think she made it her own, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It's not something that I expected, which I like. But again, this is supposed to be one cohesive collection, and they did stand out as individual copycat versions of each other.
And you know, she really just did not incorporate Kate's design at all. I mean, she didn't make any effort.
At all.
And let's move on to Kate, last but not least. What were you thinking about?
Kate, we got to talk about the diapers on the head.
Yeah.
I don't understand what was going on with those.
That's not cute. It's
a
not
big
classy.
concern.
I liked the risk. I liked that she took a risk. It didn't necessarily
failed.
pay off.
It took
it
etiquette
failed.
a little bit too literal.
Literally,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Between the polished lines and the clothes, there was just no need
They
for
should have stood
the
on their own,
piece.
and that just distracted me, and it was unnecessary, and I did not like that
It was
at all.
too much.
As for the clothes,
How about she did something that some of the other designers didn't do, and she actually created her own fabric. What were
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
well, the forks, fabulous in my opinion.
I
It
love
was very
that.
Love
clean.
that, yes.
Extremely
Oh my God,
flirty,
we all agreed
fun.
on something.
Loved the forks.
Sarah, as the only female judge, which collection would you wear in real
Ooh,
life?
that's such an unfair question. My immediate answer would be Michaela's collection, but I do see a lot in Kate's collection that I would just snatch up right away.
Very, very interesting. These are all great comments, but our judges are just moments away from reaching their decision. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out who is the winner of Emerson Unstitched. Stick around.
Emerson Unstitched is brought to you by Windmill Fabrics, the M2L Gallery, and Emerson Independent Video. You're watching Emerson Unstitched.
Welcome back. During the break, our judges reached their final decision. But before we find out the winner, let's check in with Cassidy and see what the models had to say about the runway show.
Thanks, Jordan. Well, I am here with the lovely ladies who just rocked the runway in our designers' outfits. So, girls, how did it feel to finally be on the runway in your clothes?
It felt great. There was a lot of, practice leading up to it, so it was finally good to just get out there and do it.
Yeah, the energy to be able to go actually be in the pieces and see it all together really, really was a good time, so it was fun.
Yeah. What do you
A
think,
little
Jackie?
nerve-wracking, but a lot of fun.
And now let's talk about the judges' critique, what they said about all of your designers. Now, Jackie, your designer, they actually referred to the lovely little thing on your head as a diaper. So what do you think? Do you think that was a little too harsh?
It was a little harsh, but I understand at the end of the day, they're going to critique, and Kate really wanted to say that it was conservative. So, I'm do what I'm told. I'm the model, so yeah.
And Bree, your designer was Ryan, and what their biggest critique was that they just didn't like the dress. So
Right.
what do you have to say to that? You are rocking the dress right now.
Well, one of their critiques was on the hemline, but, his line is the 7 deadly sins. It's not supposed to be that innocent. I think he went with a classic look and then tried to be a little risque, so I like it.
You know, well, it is the judge's decision in the end, but they had critique on everyone, so we won't know how it'll find out. Now let's take it back to Jordan on the runway to see how it all turns out.
Thanks, Cassidy. We had 3 amazing runway shows, but it's time for the first contestant to be eliminated. Contestants? David.
Ryan, I thought that your collection had a lot of attitude, but at some points you sinned with the execution.
Like David said, we all really felt a nice attitude, bold, bright kind of atmosphere with your collection. That said, you had a lot of messy problems that I don't think any of us appreciated.
Ryan, I think you really had some standout pieces. However, some of them just didn't fit so well.
As for you, Michaela, you had a lot of fabulous looks, but I can't say that everyone was a classic.
They seemed really adorable, just like each other. The fabrics were great, but they kind of all looked the same, which is disappointing.
Michaela, it seemed a little one note for me, that I kept on seeing a lot of similar looks coming down the runway. However, you did have some standout pieces, such as the skirt, which I absolutely adored.
And last but not least, David, if you could say a few words about Kate.
Yeah, Kate, I thought that not every look was thrilling, but overall it was a Titanic collection.
And Ryan, I'm sorry, but the judges have made their decision. We really appreciate your hard work and effort, but unfortunately, your collection has become unstitched. Thank you so much for your time and effort. Now, another one of you is about to be eliminated, and one of you can become the winner. David.
I thought each look was pretty. You had a lot of really nice choices, but I didn't think there was a story.
My question for you is indicative of my own concerns about your collection. I think you were really ambitious, and I appreciated so much of your efforts, but it was so poorly executed. It was just, you literally, I could see that you ran out of time.
And Blake, what about Kate?
Kate, you have an extremely fluid and cohesive collection. And you really saw that when it came down the runway.
Great. Well, we've heard what the judges had to say. And Kate, I'm sorry, but your collection has become unstitched. Thank you so much for your time.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Oh.
The judges have found your collections, both impressive, innovative, your attention to detail, adherence, and Michaela, you are the winner of Emerson Unstitched. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
All the excitement here on the runway. Cassidy is next door with the 2 runners-up. Let's get their take on how the night unfolded.
Thanks, Jordan. Now, Ryan and Kate, you guys did not exactly hear the news you were hoping to see tonight, but are you still happy that you got to work on this project for Emerson Unstitched?
Yeah, I came with my all. All the girls were awesome. I couldn't thank anybody anymore. It's a great experience for me.
What about you, Kate?
Yeah, it was definitely such a unique experience. I've never done anything like this, and I'm so happy I did it.
And what has this taught each of you as a designer?
To keep on going forward, I'm going to put this in my portfolio, so it's going to be an even better advantage for me.
It definitely taught me how to work under pressure. I've never had such a deadline like this, so it was a lot of fun.
And what was the hardest part of this?
Just execution, basically.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry, but it was an awesome designs by both of you, and that's all for me for tonight. Back to you, Jordan, on the runway.
Thanks, Cassidy, and congratulations again to our winner, Michaela. Be sure to watch for her collection to be featured in the next issue of M Magazine, which hits Emerson campus at the end of the month. I'm Jordan Moncada, and on behalf of our cast and crew, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Emerson Unstitched. Have a great night.
This has been a presentation of Emerson Independent Video in association with M Magazine.